Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and if it's your first time here, thank you very much for stopping by the channel. My name is Garrick Gillette and I am a photographer here in the Midwest. I love to shoot anything nostalgic, barns, farms, old towns, but I've also been doing a lot of street photography in Chicago these days. So if you're into that kind of thing, definitely hit the old subscribe button and stick around. Speaking of farms and barns and all that kind of stuff, today's video was shot a few Saturdays ago. Really gloomy and dark and drab Saturday or Sunday morning, and I just went out looking to take advantage of those murky skies and, you know, shoot some rural scenes. But also, this was towards the very end of fall. I wanted to see what I could find as far as some fall colors and some, again, just some rural scenes. And I also went into downtown Yorkville, the town that I live in, to see what I could find. You know, early morning, nobody's out, street lights on, and just to see, again, use that blue hour murky skies to contrast that with just the downtown area of Yorkville, Illinois. So I got a couple of shots that I ended up liking quite a bit. No video, so sorry about that, just a spoiler alert. Ended up being a really good morning. I was out for like 3 or 4 hours just driving around, shooting out in the country with the D850, and if I recall correctly, I had my 70-200 Sigma lens. It's a 2.8 lens, which is a great lens, as well as my 24-70, which is also a Sigma lens, and it's also 2.8. So two of my favorite lenses. I use them all the time. So yeah, that was pretty much the day, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. This was my first stop of the morning, and I've been wanting to shoot this bakery for a long time. It's right in downtown Yorkville. It's the Little Loaf Bakery, and I was very inspired by Todd Hido when I took this. I just wanted to get that nice warm glow coming out of the windows of the bakery and contrast that against the dark blue murky skies, and I think I did a pretty good job with it. Now this one is composed slightly different, as you can see. I just wanted to get in a little tighter to show more of that mural, kind of feature that mural a little bit more, as well as featuring the soft, warm, glowing light coming out of the morning windows of the bakery. The gloomy blue-gray morning made me want to shoot this little rustic area right downtown Yorkville by the Fox River Dam. And this is the image that I shot. I actually shot this one right from the car. Call me lazy, but handheld right from the car. And then this one is a different shot. I just kind of like the composition with that red truck kind of buried in there. It's just, again, something that's very rustic and very rural and unique to Yorkville. Then I was back out into the country, just kind of driving around and looking to see what I could find. And what I ended up finding was a lot of cool barns, beautiful barns that I haven't shot before, so definitely stick around. And this is the first one of the bunch, and just love the peacefulness of this image. Love how the barn is framed by the telephone wires. If you've watched my channel at all in the past, you know I love having diagonals go through my images, which the road is doing here, as well as the telephone wires. I'm a big fan of old telephone poles and telephone wires going through my images and using them to frame the subject or be a leading line, and just adds so much character to the image. A little bit of a similar image. Love this barn, love the foreground with the telephone wires and telephone poles. This time I used the long grasses in the ditch to be my diagonal, which kind of frames the image and helps lead the viewer's eye into the image a little bit. So, and I like the contrast between the warm foreground and the cool skies in the background. So this one came out pretty good. I was back behind the wheel of the old truck and driving through the country road, saw this old, what used to be a windmill, and then not too far beyond that old windmill, I ran across this barn here. Not only the barn, but that tree there in the foreground. I thought I might be able to use that to frame the barn. You can see me looking at it right there from the car as I was kind of filming that with my iPhone. I saw that the owner or somebody that lived there was outside, so I walked up and introduced myself and talked to the guy for quite a while. It turns out he actually knows my son. Small world, but he gave me the permission to, go on his property and shoot some images. So it was a great day and great opportunity to meet somebody, and hopefully I'll be able to get back and shoot this barn again sometime. I'd love to go shoot it in the wintertime when there's snow on the ground. So here you can see I'm kind of framing it up using that big beautiful tree as a frame around the barn, and I'll show you a few different compositions. I shot it a few different ways and liked a handful of them, to be honest with you. So let me know what you guys think. And then after driving just a little bit more, I ran across this barn off to the right side of the road. I pulled over and climbed up a hill and staked out a spot and grabbed it. I thought there would be a couple of good images here. The sky behind it, just kind of a cool ranch looking barn, and just kind of set up and waited and snapped a couple images. I'll show those to you now. Well, definitely saving the best for last this time, and just fell in love with this scene, that old rickety mailbox out in front with the rickety old barn in the background, got the telephone pole and the wires, leading you through the image on a diagonal, got a little bit of the road, but it's just the mood and the feel and the saturated colors. Just a really nostalgic, old-time feeling image that, definitely my favorite of the day. All right, everybody. Hey, thank you very much for stopping by the channel. Big special thank you to my channel members. If you guys don't know, I monetized the channel a couple of months ago, and now I have channel membership available to you if you want to join. There's 3 different levels. Love it if you were to join. You get to see my videos earlier than everybody else, and there are some special members only videos. And in the best membership deal, and you're actually able to select to have a print made of one of my images that was in a video that was published in that month. So for example's sake, any video you see with images in December, you select the image that you want, and I will mail you a 8x10 print of that image. And I always send, if you ever purchase an image from me, I always handwrite a note and heads up, my handwriting is terrible. I always handwrite a note about what I was thinking, what I was doing, why I took the image. I put the whole background. Joel, you're out there. He's gotten a few of these notes. He's probably tired of them. But he can speak to what I put into these notes. It's definitely something personal for me. But yeah, so anyway, long goodbye apparently. But thank you all for stopping by the channel. I do really appreciate it. I don't take any one of you for granted. And with that, I am your old buddy Double G, and I am your very best friend in the whole wide world. So if you haven't done so already, you all know the drill. Like it if you did, subscribe if you haven't, and make sure you ring that bell so you don't miss a thing. All right, everybody. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye.